Hi guys, welcome to another daily video. And this video is sponsored by Noel from France, so thank you very much Noel for your support. And this will be an interesting topic, when to double and actually a little bit about doubling part scores. And I will follow the yesterday's tournament, the Zia Invictable, and this is somewhere in the middle of the tournament, and mainly because of this one I managed to beat Zia. Because doubling part scores in match point tournaments is extremely important. And we will have a look how you can get close to top scores or maybe even the top scores. So with 10 high card points, balanced hand, this is not much of an interesting hand, so we just pass and we'll see how the bidding develops. West passes, partner opens one club, East passes, so actually no one has a very interesting hand, so you expect that this will be a standard contract of 1-no trump, or maybe a part score in spades if we manage to find a fit in spades. Always in each board you should have an expectation of which contracts you want to play. And since I have 10, partner is opening, I know that we have the majority of opening, majority of the high card points, so this contract should be ours. And since we are in two spades, I definitely don't want to go higher with only secondary values and no extras in distribution, so I just pass in two spades. And see that suddenly West thinks that he doesn't want to let us play on the second level because the points are about 20-20. But we know that they are not only 20-20, but that we have at least 22 high card points. Yes, partner is third seed, so in general he might be weaker, but not with one club opening. One club is usually most often the balanced hand, so you don't want to open weaker and give opponents a better score by bidding too high and going down. And East bids three clubs. So West's double should be that he has hearts and diamonds because he has two missing suits, and East is having clubs. We have a doubleton, and partner is having minimum 3 card. So what do we know is that opponents have a maximum of 8 cards in clubs, and they have the maximum of 18 high card points. Yes, our points are not that perfect, but where will they score the points? Tricks. When we have all the suits and the maturity. So that means especially that they are vulnerable. If you beat their contract once for 200, that will be precious, because in any part score you cannot get 200. So that's why I decided to double the part score, and I will probably always decide to try to double. East suddenly thinks that 3 clubs might be not the best contract, and he bids 3 diamonds. So that's for us even better with the queen 10 for 2. So we double again because we want to get our 200. What is easy is to double opponent's part score. What is usually not that easy is to beat the part score, and you have to be very careful. So what do you think that is the proper lead in this contract? You always need to try to think what is the distribution. So West is having minimum 4 hearts and minimum 4 diamonds. So that's the guess. He will probably be short in clubs, and he might have 2 or 3 spades. So that means that East hand might be 5 clubs, 4 diamonds, therefore 2 spades probably and 2 hearts. So what will be the defender's strategy? And I think that their strategy will be to cross ruff, because West can ruff the clubs, East can ruff hearts and spades. So that means even I don't like to lead from my queen 10, still it might be the best lead. The other option is to have a look on the dummy with the king of hearts and then switch back to a trump if that is necessary. But I mean, even from the beginning, it might be good to lead a trump. See, and dummy has 5 diamonds and 4 hearts. 2-2 in the black suits, so we might guess pretty well what is East hand. Since partner folded the diamond, East is having only 3 diamonds. He should have minimum 5 clubs. He has exactly 3 spades. So then we know that he has either 5 clubs, 2 hearts, 3 spades, 3 diamonds, or 6 clubs, 1 heart. No, 1 heart is not possible. He must have 2 because partner cannot have 4. He has 3 spades for sure, and he has 3 diamonds for sure. So actually, based on the dummy and on partner's bidding, we know the exact distribution of East with 5 clubs, 2 hearts, 3 spades, and 3 diamonds. The jump with the king of diamonds, that actually is pretty good for us. I don't know why Arjun didn't play the 8 to try to get more diamond tricks. That's pretty strange. And he immediately starts to establish the clubs and probably discard the spades on the clubs so he can cross rough. Okay, partner playing the ace of spades. Probably I don't want him to continue. I want him to play the heart so we can trump again and prevent the cross rough. He already knows the count, so let's discard the 7 and we will see what he does. Ace of hearts. I'm not entirely happy that he plays the ace of hearts though, because now he has 4 and my queen of hearts will be roughed. So I mean that was definitely not a good way to cash. So maybe I should have encouraged in spades so he doesn't cash the ace of diamonds. See that you need to be thinking a bit in advance. So 9 of clubs becomes a winner, and now he plays a diamond. So our queen is a winner. And he plays a club, so we already scored 3 tricks. We have 1 trick in diamonds for sure, and we have 2 heart tricks. So right now, actually, I might just rough with the 10. Dummy cannot cross rough, so I will probably rough with the 10. Because I know that East has 1 more heart. And I get to the trick for sure. I can cash the last trumps from both sides, and both my owners becomes winners. And I mean, this is really surprising that I did even better than in the real life, where I didn't expect it, that I can beat the contract more than twice. Because look what happens is that 800 is a top score, but already 500 was a top score. So when I played the board, I actually led the king of hearts and then switched to a trump. And the card play was very similar. But in this setup, Arjun actually made even a bigger mistake to shorten himself and not overtaking the club. And he didn't manage to rough neither of his hearts, which in the real life he did. But see that most played score is 3 spades going down 1, where people were pushed by the opponents. So in the long run, this might be a good strategy to push opponents to 3rd level, because see that as opponents you get 64%, which is actually pretty good. And if you want to keep winning in match points, you have to know when to double and when to overbid and when you just resign from playing. So when to double. You double when the game is a misfit, when you have preferably primary honors, because that aces and kings scores the tricks. If you have good trumps, so opponents are not scoring the trumps. If you know that the trumps split bad, right? 4-1, well, if it is 4-2, that's perfect. But if you know that opponents doesn't have a big fit, which they can't because you don't have a big fit, then it's very often good to double if you have the majority of points. If you are overbidding free over free, you should always have some extra, but in distribution. Because if you have more in honors, very often it might be profitable for you to double if you have a good defense. So once you have a singleton and opponent suit, if you have a 9-card fit, you always go free over free, because actually you don't know who has the contract on 3rd level, and either you make or you go 1 down, or maybe even 2 down if you are non-vulnerable, but in that case opponents will be making their free miner. And win to pass is actually when you don't have good values to double, and you are more or less balanced. Then you just pass and hope that you get a plus score, which usually gives you above average, and in imps it gives you some plus or actually an even score. So thank you guys for watching. You see that it's not that easy even out of 81 players to score 100. And if you do even a little bit better and do the analysis what I did right now, you can even beat the 100% score. And you see that in the tournament I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scores over 90% and only 1, 2 scores like around or below 20, or let's say 30. So I mean that's how you can manage to get a top score. And if I didn't kind of screw up in the last board, I think I could have managed to score close to 70%, which is actually every time an incredible score to get close to 70%. So see you guys tomorrow, and see you on Thursday evening with the live stream, where I hope that we discuss a lot. And if you like this video, don't forget to click the thumb up, hit the like, subscribe to the channel if you didn't do so already. You can send me or write a comment below the video. What do you think about this? And if you want to support the next videos, just text me, or you can use the channels below the video to support the future ones. Thank you guys, and stay safe.